Good morning everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be answering the most frequently asked questions about e-com. So, before we get started, make sure to subscribe to my channel because I'm trying to deliver as much value as possible. So, I'll be posting videos all the time and I have been for a while, so make sure to subscribe. Now, let's dive straight into it. The first question is who to target for my products. So who you want to target is very hard for me to tell you because the niche that you're in really depends on that, obviously, and I can't go through every niche to tell you. But basically you want to go as niche as possible and please do not overcomplicate it. Like, if you're selling dog collars, it's not really that hard, and again I use this example all the time and we're going to use that example for this video again. But if you're selling dog collars, you want to sell, like, maybe target small dogs or something like that and use an Instagram influencer where you have small dogs. Don't go for a page that sells has every dog in it. Obviously you're going to come to it, but at first focus on go as niche as possible, and then if this works, just spread out a bit, but really focus on going as niche as possible. The next question is my niche a good one? And these are the questions that you have to ask yourself. First of all, does it get people excited? Like, if the answer is yes, awesome. If the answer is no, change your niche. What I mean by this is, if you're selling toilet paper, it will not get many people excited. If it gets people excited, that's pretty weird. But if you're selling, for instance, a flashy dog collar, people love their dogs, it gets people really excited, and that's just a good niche. If you're selling golf equipment, again, it gets people excited, people love golf, and they're gonna that could potentially be a good niche. The next thing that you have to ask yourself is, do you have competitors? And this is gonna be a bit weird to some people, but if you do not have competitors, change your niche. Because if there's a market for something, you have some competitors. If you do not have any competitors, this means that there's no market for whatever you're selling. So make sure that you have competitors, and if so, make sure that it's not oversaturated. And that doesn't really mean oversaturated. You can always sell, but it's going to be a bit harder for you. So if you're selling dog collars, for instance, we're using this example. This is a hugely competitive niche. But you can niche down and find a product that not many people are selling, and you'll be able to sell it. So you just have to be a bit clever and don't sell the same thing as everyone else. But you can niche down and find something that's really good in that niche. So just don't sell everyone else's product and you should be good. The next question that I see all the time is, should I use a paid or a free theme? Now, you have to keep in mind that getting a paid one isn't really going to make you sales if you aren't already making some. It's not going to make or break your store. But if you think that your product is going to be looking a lot better with a paid theme that you find, please pay that theme and use it. But personally, I always use free themes. I find that they look better, they're selected by Shopify, and I just don't feel like wasting money on that. But again, it really depends on what you want to make your store look like, so a paid theme could be useful for you. But if you're just starting out, just use a free one. It's going to be a lot easier. And think about this. Using a theme is not going to make your store. What is going to make your store is how you use that theme. So you could have the same theme and have a really bad looking store, and have the same theme and have a really good looking store. So it really depends on you and what you make of the theme. So with that being said, next question. How do I make my store better than other stores? And this is a good question. So what I want you to do is I want you to focus on branding. Branding is really important. You want to make your products look really good together, be coherent with each other and the store and the theme of your store and your images. Everything needs to be good looking within your store. If you're selling everything, it's just going to look like another AliExpress, and just it's not going to work. People are not going to like it. You have to have a brand. So focus on branding, make everything look good, make it look professional, and that's going to help you. And the next point is probably the most important one. If you want to take one thing away from this video, it's this. And this is something I come across all the time, is make proper descriptions. Please make proper descriptions. This is the most viewed video on my channel, so be sure to check it out. It's so important. 9 times out of 10 that I see people asking to review their site because they're not making sales. This is what I come across. I come across a website that has either no description or the AliExpress description. And that's really, really gonna break your store. Like, if you're not making sales and you have this is the reason. Like, don't look any further, this is it. So just, if you're making sales or if you're not, make sure you check that video out because it's going to help you so much. And by the way, if you're one of those people that doesn't have a description or has an AliExpress description, that's okay, but you probably didn't know, but make sure you fix this because that's going to help you so much. So please, please, please fix it. This is the one thing that you want to take away from this video. So make sure that you have proper descriptions. I'll try to link that video at the end of this one so you can check it out because it's the most important one. The next question that I get all the time is, how do I deal with long shipping times? Now, what you need to know is it's not that big of a deal if you're transparent with it and you tell people that it's going to take a long time. Like, you have your description, which I just talked about. Make sure you do this. So after the description, what you want to do is you want to tell them how long it's going to take. This is how long it takes, whatever the length of it is, and just say it. People will notice. Don't make it a huge thing at the beginning of your description, but just add it at the end. Just say, yes, this is how long it takes. And most people will be happy about it. The problem is gone. And that's it. If they do have the issue again, they'll probably send you an email and just, talk to them. If they're complaining, make sure that you sort the problem out as quick as possible, because again, that's about branding. And an angry customer could turn into one of your best customers. So make sure you handle that situation, email them back, make sure they're happy, and that's that. The other thing that you can do with long shipping times is not have long shipping times. What I mean by this is it's a bit longer to find a proper supplier, but you just sort on AliExpress by suppliers from the USA. And this is gonna cut your shipping times by so much. It's just like you don't even have to put anything at the end. It's like just a normal thing. I think it's like 15 days at most, and it's pretty good. So if you just don't want to have long shipping times, which is completely understandable and it will help your brand, you can just use US suppliers. And bear in mind that you'll have a lot less products, but the ones that you have, they'll get shipped really quick. So that's a good one for you. The next question is, can I make a living off this? Short answer, yes you can. There's no question. So many people have been doing this, are doing this, and yes, you can make a living off this. It's not like it's a unique thing. A lot of people are doing this. but you have to put everything you have into it. If you think this is a money printing machine, it's not. I've talked about this before. It's not a money printing machine. But if you're willing to put in the work and you're not just telling yourself, "Oh, I've been trying for 1 week and it's not working and I'll give up." If you give up easily, no, you can't make a living off of it. But if you're willing to spend the time, the energy, and some money, you do have to spend some money on it, then yes, you can make a living, but like, don't get discouraged if you're not making money by 3 or 4 months or even a year. You know, it can take time. It depends on some people. Some people will make money on their first day and they just scale there. Some people, it will take them a month, 2 months, a year. And you just have to work on your mistakes. It takes time to figure it out. It's a business. So, yes, it takes time. Yes, you have to focus. Yes, you have to put some energy. Yes, you have to put some money. But yes, you can make a living off it. So, if you don't give up easily, yes, you can definitely make a living off it. And a lot of people have been doing it and are doing it. So, just, you have to treat it like a business. The next question is, how can I scale my store? And I've made a video of this and I can't remember what it's called, but I suggest you just scroll through my videos and you'll probably find it. It's something like to do with Facebook ads, which I don't make many videos of. But basically, you have to start with an Instagram influencer, make it work, and once you have that winning product and that winning ad, and that means you have your Facebook pixel that's like filled up, and that's like everything. And basically, you just put that ad onto Facebook, use a lookalike audience of what you have, the ad's working, the product is working, and then that's just gonna work. So that's the short answer, but there is a video about this if you want to look deeply into it. But this is how you scale your store. And the next thing that you want to do if you want to scale and make a long-term thing is you want to scale your social media game. And by this, it's basically Instagram and Facebook. You want to do this from the start because that's going to build your brand, and eventually you're not going to pay any more influencers. Yes, you're going to pay Facebook ads, but you'll just have a really big name and people will like you and trust you, and then you can sell them over and over too. So make sure that you're scaling your social media as soon as you at least make some sales, but even before you make sales, you can do this. The next thing is, how do I make a good ad? And the short answer, be different than most people. Please don't post a photo of your product with a white background that's bad quality. That's gonna be the worst ad in the world. The best way to have a good ad is to focus on having someone use your product. If someone is using your product, it's just gonna show how it's used. Even if it's a phone case, have someone giving a phone call where you can see your phone case. It really helps people visualize themselves using that product, and it's going to make it so much better. Like, you really want to do this. Now, this is really a short thing, but you just want to be different. Give them a reason to buy your product, and that's because they need that reason, and it's going to help them sell it. Again, this is in the descriptions video thing that I talked about. And just look at other ads, it'll help you, and there you go. With that being said, I'm going to continue to give you insane value, so make sure to subscribe to my channel because there's plenty more to come and you do not want to miss that. So hit the notification bell, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment, everything that you want to do, and I'll see you in the next one. See you.